My people class, I just want to bring greetings from Kampala Quality Primary School to you. I know you are very happy and watching us, most especially me, teaching you science. My people children, I would like you to just keep quiet for 1 second and just think about what we learned about last time. Therefore, we shall continue from there. Yes, I know you have now got it, and I know you have you have now seen that we learned about how rainfall is formed. Therefore, we are going to continue with our topic weather, and this time we shall be concentrating on different types of weather, different types of rainfall and their formation. So let's see. Before we look at today's lesson, I want us to go through this work. Some people wrote the correct answers, others wrote some answers which had the wrong spellings and what. Therefore, let's go through this work and we see. The question was, what is a water cycle? And what's your answer? Mine is, a water cycle is a process by which rain is formed. Not rainfall is formed, but rain is formed. 2. Define the following terms. Evaporation. Evaporation is the process by which water changes into water vapor. And then the next one, condensation. Condensation is the process by which water vapor changes into water droplets, or just changes into water. You can put a full stop there. How is the sun useful in the water cycle? The sun hits the water to cause evaporation. The sun hits the water to cause evaporation. Give the difference between rain and rainfall. Give the difference between rain and rainfall. What does the term rain mean? Rain is the water that drops. That is water that is formed in the sky. Water that is formed in the sky is called rain. But when you talk about rainfall, rainfall means that water droplets falling from the sky. That is rainfall. So like when it is not raining, what is in the sky when you see dark clouds that we call the nimbus clouds? If it is not dropping on earth, then it is still rain. But the moment it starts raining or falling the water into in form of water droplets, just know that that one has become rainfall. So give the difference. Rain is water formed in the sky, while rainfall is the water droplets falling from the sky. Okay? So let's look at the learning outcomes of today's lesson. 1, you will give the meaning of each type of rainfall. 2, you will mention the types of rainfall. 3, you will identify the uses of rainfall. And 4, you will explain the dangers of too much rainfall in our environment by the end of this lesson. Now, let's look at the formation of rainfall. How is rain formed? 1, rain is formed when water is heated and the vapor is formed. Now this vapor becomes light, or it becomes less dense, so it moves upwards into the sky. Then what else happens in the sky? The vapor rises up and it condenses from the atmosphere. When it condenses, it is cooling. That water is trying to cool down. And when it cools down, it forms the water droplets that we always receive when it is raining. That is briefly how rain is formed. Now, and what is rainfall? Rainfall is the amount of water droplets received on the Earth's surface from the sky. Amount of water droplets received on the Earth's surface from the sky. Okay? We can move on to the next one and we say, what about rain? Rain is water formed by condensation in the sky. Rain is water formed by condensation in the sky. We have understood the two terms, rainfall and rain. Now, let's look at types of rainfall. We have three types of rainfall. One of them is convectional rainfall, relief rainfall, and cyclonic, or we can call it cyclonic rainfall, or we can call it frontal rainfall. So we are going to look at each of them and how it is formed. Let's look at convectional rainfall. What is convectional rainfall? Convectional rainfall is the type of rainfall received in places near water bodies and forests of vegetation. It is received in places where we find water bodies and forests of vegetation. Places like the places that are neighboring Lake Victoria, they receive convectional rainfall. And places that are near Udongo Forest, Maramagambo Forest, then we look at Mabira Forest, those people receive convectional rainfall. Let's look at how it is formed, how convectional rainfall is formed. Now, when the sun rises, it hits the water bodies, and the vapor rises. When the vapor rises, it reaches the atmosphere, the space, and then it condenses. When it condenses, it forms water droplets, which we are calling rain. And when it is raining, remember we call it precipitation. When it is raining, when water droplets are dropping, call it precipitation. So these are the water body. This is the water body that can also influence. It influences convectional rainfall. I told you the sun hits the water body here, and after the water body being heated, evaporation will take place, and then the vapor will condense to form water droplets. And here also we look at the forest. We look at the forest when the sun hits the forest or trees, the evaporation will take, evapotranspiration will take place, or transpiration will take place. Then the warm air will rise up to condense and form convectional rainfall. Therefore, what I want you to mark is that places near water bodies receive convectional rainfall, as well as places near forests. Are we together? I know we are together. So let's look at the activity that I'm giving you is 1. What is rain? Mention any one type of rainfall. Mention one factor that influences convectional rainfall. 2. And the fourth question is how is the sun important in the rain formation? With that, I just want to thank you for being with me in this lesson. I know you have learned something. Let's meet in the next lesson. Thank you.